Sorry, dearies. Okay, friends, here we are again on the Judy TV show, my channel or page where I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues. And as you all know, my name is Judith, okay? All right, you're welcome. Friends, I just want to quickly react to a few comments that I saw. Two in particular, was the same, while one, is a little bit different. What is it? The first one, the two that are similar, one, someone that asked me on the comment section of my previous videos, you know, um, why do I think that Judy Austin is wrong, in suing Mama Rita after years of dragging her? Then another person now asked me, so if I am in the shoes of Judy Austin and then a co-wife is dragging me like that, will I just keep quiet and be watching her? Excuse me. Then the one that is different was the one that said that he faulted Judy's ex-husband, Mr. Emmanuel Obasi. Why should he come on the social media and then be exposing the body parts of his former wife, whereas he knows that the children might come across the video and then they will not like that. So let me just quickly read. That's basically the two sides of the comments that I got. Aside that, every other one is, commendable and all that. So I can't remember their names. Even if I remember their names, I don't have to mention anybody's name. We're all here to like share opinion. Where I think people should be mindful enough or be civil enough is that, as an adult, and then something is on the public domain. If you want to convey your opinion, your school of thought and your opinion must not tally with my own. Mine must not tally with your own. Whatever opinion I share is, I am entitled to. If you feel, you have a better understanding that will inform a better opinion, you share is there. You share it there. That's why the comment section is there. But when you come out and then you are not civil or you are rude in conveying your opinion, I begin to doubt, the how responsible you are as a person. No matter how you feel, whoever that you feel that you're supported, I'm not all this whatever nation, whatever this that. No, I just share my opinion as an individual. What I feel, personally, that this is what should have been better, or this is the better approach, or whatever. Okay. After all, the family in question, we don't know them as in one-on-one, even though people that know them are the ones that are putting one or two things out there, and then the parties that are involved. So having said that, let me start with the person that talked about Mr. Emmanuel Robert. That's Judy's ex-husband, that was now saying, why should a man come on social media and then you are demanding for your children and you're doing it online, and then you are now exposing the body parts or whatever thing you did with your wife? Don't you think that the children will feel offended? I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember the name of the person that just said this particular one. But even if I do, I will not mention the name of the person. But to be honest, you that commented that, I think if you watch this video now, you will know. First of all, um, it looks as if, I may be wrong, but to me, it looks as if you have not been following this saga from the onset. Because if you are following it from the onset, one or two comments that people made, they wouldn't have made it. This Mr. Obasi, before he came online, nobody knew him. Before the man came online, he said he had gone to social welfare. Okay, Yul and Judy frustrated his efforts there. He said he went to the courts. Yul and Judy frustrated his efforts there. He also said that he went to this human rights radio. I don't know what particular one. It was also the same thing before this man now came online. And if you're talking about, coming online to do this, what will it take Judy to allow? What this man is asking is not custody. What this man is asking is access. Okay, and then again, the man said that up until 2018, he was in touch with, maybe sending them things, and we saw a few photographs posted when he went to the village to visit those children when they were still minors. But he now said somewhere along the line that Judy now blocked him, cut him off. He was not, getting in touch with her and everything. So how do you now expect him to relate? How will you now reach out? And don't forget that by that 2018, even though she said she just met you in 2016, but that time apparently her relationship with you, is now becoming more serious. Don't forget that it was in 2021 that, or was it 2022 that, what's his name, Star was born, okay? But then the relationship had, started, between them. I mean, Yul and Judy now. So this man now said that every effort that he made was frustrated. Okay, and from Mr. Obasi, when you look at him, it's not as if it's written on the forehead who has whatever money or so, but you know that it's not such a person that is influential, that can influence one or two things. So the man explained that that was why. And as for saying where he said, because I think that was what the commenter was referring to, where he said we talked a lot and we made love, we talked a lot and we made love. This man wouldn't have known that Judy didn't tell you that aspect. That the aspect he told you was that the husband drove her away with two children, that she's stranded, she doesn't have who will help her, which made you to take her in and now started helping her. But then again, don't forget that the same Judy Austin also threw with you, also threw Mary's body part. What about her own children? When they said she went to is it London now, to go and do Bob's enhancement, and that she also did a tummy talk. Okay, they put it out there on the social media, whereas that is also not true. So what about May's children? Are they not seeing that? That's why I said, if you have been following this saga from day one, you just know that to an extent, and to a very great extent, it's you and Judy that has just been prolonging this thing. After all, May has never said anything. And like I said about Mr. Obasi, it was just recently that this man, now started talking and all that, especially after you went on his own podcast and then talked about May for almost 2 hours thereabout. Okay, this man now decided to come and make his own, because he said that he even made efforts to reach the parents of you. I stand to be corrected, but the man said so, except if the man is lying. Okay, the man said he made efforts to reach the parents of you. And don't forget again that when he now did that, what is it called, his own podcast, you came out and now said that the man knows how to get his children, that he should contact his ex-wife. Then the Obasi of a man now came out and said, you're saying I should contact my ex-wife, but she has blocked me, and you are aware that she has blocked me. So you see, this man made a fault in his own little way, according to his level of, I don't know, of influence, or societal influence or something. Probably if it's somebody that has much more influence, if it is the other way around, that it is you now, maybe that Judy is keeping his children and said he should not have access to them, you will know a better way to go, or, be more influencing or influential in, in handling that, unlike this other man, right? Remember, there's one video, I can't remember the name, where I was saying the man that the only major challenge I have with you is that, as you were trying to upgrade Judy, you should have upgraded yourself. That would have helped you to handle this whole thing better. So the man did not intentionally come out to say, okay, we talked a lot, because that has nothing to do with the children I'm asking about. But the question is that, why are you keeping these children? Why are you denying him access to his children? Because this man paid your bride price. And if you're even attaching a condition and say, okay, since you stopped, sending upkeep for them since whatever year, okay, you have to give me so and so amount of money or whatever, And don't forget that what the man said was that he invited her over to come to the hotel where he said they had intimacy and all that, for them to talk things out and then see how to, resolve things amicably. That was then that this whole thing was, initially starting. So to an extent, I don't blame the man. And then again, even though the person didn't mention this in the comment, but recently, because the man put out his account details and said his fans were saying that he should put out account details, because that they want to assist, so that anybody that has anything can send to him. And then people now started trolling him. Why should he put his name and the name of another blogger? If that means, he's not trusted. That is why I say it was the man that put out the account number. Yes, it was the man. He didn't, it's not another person that put it, was the man. And don't forget, like somebody like Blessing CEO, when she put out her own and money was contributed into her account, Blessing came out and told us that it's 13 million that was raised for her. But one particular man who is an ex of another actress in Nigeria. Let me not mention her name, okay? Because she has nothing to do. But the guy was her ex. The guy came out and said that he personally gave Blessing 20 million. But Blessing said that all that she got there was 13. So apparently that was why. And then for the court to see that this man is not asking this money personally, he has just decided to make it open so that there will be a second signatory for them to know that this whole thing is for me to, come to court and face this battle to have access to my children. the way it will be interpreted legally might not be the way people are interpreting it. Okay, if he had put only his account details, that's where you will even be suspicious and say, is it only your account detail? But he decided to, add integrity to it by adding another person, so that whatever thing that is raised there, if he's saying that it's 1 million, for instance, or 10 million or 20 million or whatever as the case may be, that is raised there, then this other person will now come and say, no, it's 50. Oh. So people will now start questioning his integrity. So by the time you say this is how much that is real, and this person say this is how much is real, and probably they will print out whatever thing the bank print out, and then people will now see it, the transparency there. So I think that is why he made that. Okay, so that answers that person's question. I hope I have answered. But if I have not answered, let's leave it at the comment section. We are here for each other, right? Okay. So I come over to the people that were now, the two people that were now saying, one person said, why is Mama Rita still dragging Judy? As a co-wife or something, and then if I am Judy Austin, will I keep quiet while Mama Rita is dragging me and rubbishing me like that on the social media? So let me come over to that. I still say the same thing to this particular person. That also means that you have not been following this from the onset, okay? Because it was you that brought out this on the social media. It's no longer news that it was you that brought out this. Aside you bringing it out on the social media, if he had brought it out and then, everybody has, maintained their boundaries, probably there wouldn't have been much issues. Or if you had been smart enough to or Judy had been smart enough to tell you, you know what, since you are coming for me, tidy up this your angle. I mean, with your wife that is divorced and all that, and then I will also tidy up with my ex, so that we know that we're on a clean bill to start a marital relationship. On a clean bill, nobody would have been dragging them. But you see why I said that they have not, probably they didn't start following this saga from the onset, is because if there's any person that is through the more on this whole saga, it is me, Edochie. And guess who? By you and Judy. You heard me right. Judy Austin at a point made a post when this thing was starting initially, when May said that, you made an apology to May, a long apology like that, where he was telling her, I didn't mean to displace you. I didn't mean to stop loving you. I still love you. This is just a mistake. But then it has happened. It has happened. I didn't bargain for polygamy just as much as you didn't bargain for polygamy, but things happened, and I think I have done 99 things right as a father and as a husband. Remember, I've always been there for our children and even for yourself, supporting you. It's not only just this one that I made a mistake that you will now, throw me away, or try as much as possible to forgive. We'll live together as one big family and everybody will be happy and all that and all that. You made that public post of apology to May. Okay, May now replied and now said that she does not have any problem if you decide to take another person, but that all she is saying is that going by her faith, by her as an individual, what she wants, and by her family values, that she will not be part of any polygamy setup, but that is not stopping you if that is what you want. Okay, that she will not be casual because she doesn't want to be numbered. That this popular I don't want to be numbered, that was the speech or the reply or the response where May said that in writing, and then now appealed to you and said to him, please, I will also appeal to you for the sake of our children, because they have pairs that are trolling them. Okay, that these things that is displayed on the social media and everything, that please, can you just take out these things from social media just to protect the mental health of these children, because their peers are beginning to troll them. That was the response of May. You know what happened? Judy now came and made a post, right? And now said in that post that, of course, he calls you Odogu, that you are not allowing Odogu to have his way with you. You don't respect him. Odogu has suffered so long, too much in the relationship, the so-called relationship, that I'm just trying to paraphrase not word to word, but this is what the post is all about. That Odogu now came for me because you have not been giving him peace of mind, and that he has suffered so much in the relationship for years. He kept on enduring until he now said no, that enough is enough, and then he now came for me. Okay, his peace of mind, and ours is going to be a forever deal, something like that. Judy made that post. Do you understand? Aside that, does anybody remember when the issue of you went and did boobs, you were sleeping with married men in London, and then you did a tummy talk and all that? Judy made that post on Yule's page. So when I say Yule and Judy, you should know, because if Judy was the person that actually typed it, according to Sarah Martins, who was then her friend, who was then trolling May, because she kept on saying that everything she said against May, that it was Judy Austin that told her, up until when Kambili died. So whatever you Judy typed and then posted it via Yu's page, and you didn't take it down, I stand to believe that they did it in agreement. If Yu is aware, even after Judy must have posted it and then he kept his cool, then that means he's aware. He's in consent. His consent is full there. Okay, he's fully in agreement or in consent with what Judy posted. So that is a truth of a woman that just walked away. And don't forget that what May said initially when you posted, I think 22nd or 27th of April 2022, it is time to introduce to the whole world my son, Star Dike Mona Chimso, by my second wife, Judy Austin. May came under that post because he was on his page, I think on Instagram, and said, "May God judge you both." That is the only thing May has said till tomorrow. So Judy that is now posting that this is a woman that you came, okay, your husband, her husband started having one or two with you. She didn't even say, okay, why did this happen? She just walked away and said, may God judge both of you. But Judy was the one now trolling. Let us also not forget. That's why the reason why I'm mentioning all this is because the initial thing I started saying was that apparently the person that made or the two people that made this post, they didn't start watching this thing from the onset. Okay, now the trolling still on the trolling aspect of the whole thing. Now there was also a time when Sarah Martins was trolling May. She now made a statement then that good men eh, should be snatched from careless, be lazy women, lazy and careless women. That you is a good man. So I don't know whether you're madam, I don't know, whoever that made that comment, I pray you watch this video. I want you to go back, probably on Yule's page or on Judy Austin's page, you will see all this. So they were the ones that started the trolling. This woman has never come out to say anything bad against you, nor bad against Judy Austin. The highest May did was the adultery compensation 100 million naira suit she filed against Judy. To today, nobody, maybe she just filed it, I don't know. But today, I don't know whether that thing has seen the light of the day. That is just the only thing. And even at that, she didn't throw, she didn't, cajole, she didn't insult or Judy or something. She did not. Okay? Don't forget again that there was a time one guy that was this baba of a man that was a strong supporter of Judy that time came and said that May is lelebebebe. I don't know how to say so that because of Facebook rules, that May is woman to woman. That May, in fact, she influences for the brand of Pucci Mix. Okay, these people that are into blenders and grinders and what have you. So they were going to Ghana to launch their product, and then the May as their influencer, had to go with them. Before she was now announcing it, as May used to announce or whatever. Ghanaians, are you ready for us? We are coming. Buchi Mix is the deal. Gaza, 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 Gaza. This guy now said, Ghana men, please, you married men, you people should be careful. Oh. This woman that is coming is a lebobo. She has a H plus, I plus. If you know what I mean, there was nothing this guy didn't say. So if you're talking of somebody that is trolled, okay, and that guy had a link with one or two persons that are major bloggers of Judy. Do you understand? So she's using these bloggers and she's also herself. But if we decide to, it's okay, let's leave the bloggers because, somebody can just wake up and start saying, something on his or her own. What about her? There was a recent one that she made, I think this year or last year, where she was saying, you, a leader of the coven witches or something, you came and attacked me and my children. This is the last warning. If you dare me again or something. Judy put out that post. Is it that you didn't see it? And this is a woman that just walked away. This is a woman that you came and broke her home. You left where you are only on one wife. And you chose that you want to be a second wife. Okay, you came to be a second wife. The one that is first wife, they said, okay, me, I don't want to be part of whether first or second or whatever. She walked away. And it's still a problem. Why was she being trolled? When her son passed, we all saw the video of a Chukwu Love come, whatever. We all saw that. When you and Judy moved to Abuja, we all saw the video that they made. It was all trolling of this woman. To the extent that Judy started trolling Danielle. They sent you to school to go and read. You are putting eyelash because I think there's a cosmetic um, outfit or something, outlet. She was influencing for that time. Putting eyelashes or whatever. And I think lip gloss or cutters or something. She started trolling the poor girl, the small girl. So if you follow this thing, you find out that the person that is even trolling the more was and it's still Judy. Okay, so that's why I said it's always better if we want to put this thing on the pedestrian. Let's put it on the pedestrian and judge rightly. So if you're telling this person, no, don't do this, telling this person, don't do that. I mean, it's more like it. Then when you now come, you become rude, you become uncivil in the way you react. You're telling somebody that that you are mad and that you are senseless. Does it make sense? Because you want to convey your own opinion over a public opinion, a public matter that is in the public domain. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Then I come over to the person that was now saying Mama Rita has trolled Judy for the longest time. If I were in her shoes, would I just allow that, a co-wife? First of all, Yul under oath said that she's not married to Judy. So if anything was now done secretly, we'll take it to be that Yul said he's not married to Judy. I recall vividly, I can't remember, I think this year again or last year, that Yul's immediate elder brother, that is Lincoln Edochie, came out in the podcast of legendary Kanayo or Kanayo. They call him, I think, Blood Money or something, because he's always acting that, it's not as if the man made blood money or something, but, he was always acting that kind of a part and everything. Now, in that, I think the man somehow now asked him about his younger brother's controversial second marriage and all that and all that. I made a video in fairness and I said, if I were to be Lincoln, I would have just told him, please call him and ask him. You just get off from there and go home. But the man also, the Lincoln also, in fairness to him, did not indict you. All he said was that our father, Ebubedike, that is Sapiti Edochie, said we should not bring our marital buhaha or whatever on the social media. He ended it there. That was all that this guy said. And then you and Judy started trolling him. There was nothing they didn't write. There was not calling him names, insulting, even insulting Kanayo or Kanayo. That was when they now even said, oh, that you also divorced and you're mocking another person. But this guy didn't even say anything about the divorce. He didn't say anything about you. He only said our father said we should not bring our marital issues on the social media. That was the only thing he said. But like I said, if on my own, I would have just said, look, when they ask that question, just call you and ask him. He's an adult. Maybe that would have been it. However, let me step up this. Sir Pete Edochie is the father of Yul Edochie. There's a personality, a TV personality, a media personality and a TV host that is well known, okay? His name is Chude. I think Chude Jidomo, but he says with Chude, that's the name of his interview podcast or whatever. He went to Chief Pete Edochie's house in Enugu and interviewed the man. A lot of questions and about Nollywood and all that. And then he ended up asking him about this Yul matter. Chief Pete Edochie, who is the patriarch of the Edochie's family, now said that he does not, that his son Yul doesn't listen to him, and that he didn't know when he went and picked the woman he's with and called Judy Austin an ant-infested faggot, that she is not welcomed in her home, that she will not be accepted in his family. I'm not saying you that maybe the host man or the TV host man, was the one that was putting the words. He said it himself. Please Google it. Go with Jude, interview with Sir Pete Edochie. I can't remember the year or the month. The man said it. Now tell me, everything Rita Edochie has said stems from this thing that this man has said. I don't know you. You are not accepted in my home. You are not accepted in my family. Because the man is the patriarch of Edochie's family. Rita Edochie's husband, Comrade Tony Edochie, is the younger brother to Peter Edochie. So he is the patriarch of the family. And then this patriarch of the family is saying that this woman is picked by my son. I didn't know when my son didn't tell me. And they called her an anti-infested faggot and now said that she's not welcome in his home and is not welcome in his family. Is there anything that Rita Edochie said that is outside of this thing that Pete Edochie said? So why did Judy Austin not sue Pete Edochie? Why did she not sue Pete Edochie? At least that even that time he said it. Or if she had decided to like also sue now that a lawsuit is now the in thing, why did she not sue Judy not sue Pete Edochie? Or even join him as a co-defendant to the one he sued to Rita. So you see where the whole mistake is coming. Because if you, okay, like I said, I don't want to believe that if anybody tells me that you is not aware of what this lawsuit, I won't believe that. You is fully aware. Because I saw a post where you was allegedly quoted as saying that the reason why he's not happy with Mama Rita is that Mama Rita, that he should have been supporting him as his own mother, is now supporting me. Tell me, how would woman support me when you are putting out, ridiculing her, mocking her, and everything to the extent that he lost a son? And the year that you people lost your first son, a 16-year-old boy that was hell and hate in 2023, you tagged that year your best year. Whereas this woman was saying that this year was this year dealt me a blow. So who will support that, for crying out loud? Who? And 2 weeks after this boy was buried, you and Judy Austin came and was dancing. If Judy Austin is telling us that, as a man, that is the best way you can mourn, that people mourn in different ways, could that dancing not have been done off social media? Why was it done and posted? If truly that is the way you will heal better, okay? I'm not doubting because, I don't live with them. I don't know him. See, Judy claims that that is the best way that you will heal. Why was that dancing not done off social media? Why was it done and posted? And then Judy now came and made a post and said that God loves her. Chukwu, I love God. The controversial video. So when we are talking about these things, you see how this thing is coming. People will just be saying, is she the first person to marry a second wife? She is not the first and she will not be the last. But the thing is how she went about it. If she's smart enough, she would have entered her marriage. That time he went to Mr. Obasi and then you're seeking for your children. You should have granted them access to the children. Then you face the man that you love and the man that, is either you are the peace of his mind or he's your peace of mind, whichever way. But now you are still holding on to this one, and you are still dragging mansion. And I said, look, you are still a young man. Judy is still young. Both of you are still making money. The way you and May struggle to build this one, you and Judy can struggle and build your own for your own children. Because if you are struggling for this Ajah mansion and the probably is awarded to you, where will your children be? You are not in good terms with the children. They're already hurting. They lost their siblings. You know that these children are pained. And you're busy saying that, you're contesting for the house and everything, as if you're not making money. Shebi, they have just done, what is it called now? Bury them again. They have, I think, up to 4 million views and over. If you know how much you to pay them on that. And instead of using it to invest in this kind of a thing, buy land and start developing something. No, they want to start paying lawyers, as if anybody's clapping for them. But aside that, are you people aware? The person that made that comment, are you also aware, either sir or ma, I don't know, but are you also aware that Judy Austin that sued Mama Rita, okay, now put out her personal details there, including her personal phone number? How has that got to do with that? Every time this woman is dragging Judy Austin, she will just say, oh, husband snatcher, Even the time May launched her Aussie's Foundation, her NGO, that she said, Judy Austin, leave her. She said either Judy Austin or Judy Austin, WHOSTI, Watson, not like Austin or something, because it's not written, she just pronounced it. So, people that are calling Judy Austin, Judy Obasi, Judy Ekwensu, and so on and so forth. So how will you now identify that is the person? And then in the whole mess, in now trying to sue somebody that you shouldn't sue, because she's a part of a Duchess family. She has grown-up children. In fact, 2 of her daughters already married, and I think either the first son or the last son is a lawyer, or 2 of them, I don't know, but I know that she has a lawyer son. Okay, I mean Mama Rita now. But aside that, you that now put out this kind of a thing, what is he supposed to achieve? Did you see Pete Edochie, who made the statement from where this woman is now talking? And like I said, every family has somebody that is more vocal than the others. Every family has that. It could be the last born, it could be the first born, it could be the middle person, it could be a niece or nephew or cousin or something. There's always somebody in the family that is vocal. You know, if somebody, if anything is happening, he will come there and say, no, no, this is the way it's supposed to be. There's always somebody like that in every family. So Mama Rita is saying things based on what Sir Peter Edochie said. So why did Judy not sue the man? Why did Judy not sue the man? And they now went and put out the personal phone number of this woman, Mama Rita. And she said that people have been calling her, some will call threatening her and so on and so forth. You know the implication. Why would you go to that extent? For people that are saying, Mama Rita, just why? Because if she had wanted to sue because she's true, what about the man that called you an anti-infested fagot and now said you will never be accepted in his family? Peter Edochie said that. And he's the father of you. He's the patriarch of the family. So whatever thing this woman is saying, it stems from what this man said. Then why would you now come and sue this one and leave the main man that said, and leave the main man that said, are you afraid of the man? That was why I said, if Judy had thought about this very well, all she would have just done is issue a letter of cease, even to her husband, a cease and desist. Don't talk about our former marriage. Don't talk about me. Don't talk about, let your lawyer state what the man shouldn't talk about. So that if the man is going to social welfare or is going to court and all that, all he's now saying is that he will just focus on, access to my children. And that would be more like it. But now you have gone to sue. By the time that Obasi of a man will come there, you don't know the lawyer that he has gathered. You don't know the facts that are gathering now. At the end of the day, the man will come there now and make a disclosure that you make. Look, you will just walk away. Because this, we talked a lot, we made love. Now he make you, they behave all this way, the day house again. Because apparently what Judy told him is different from what he's hearing. Friends, this video is just getting too long. Let me end this video here, friends. I just hope I've been able to address the issue of people that have been saying, why is Mama Rita doing like that? Okay, that's all I just want to clear in this video. But if you still have your doubt, the comment section is there. I'll be waiting there as usual. I always sit down there. In fact, I always lie down there to be waiting for you guys. I don't get up so easily, so I'll just slide down there and be waiting for you guys, for your comments to be coming in, okay, so that we'll share further the conversation there and share opinions there, okay. Nobody has a monopoly of knowledge, so when you bring yours and then I bring mine, we'll move it forward from there. We are just reacting to what is put out there on the social media. We don't live with them, we don't know what is going on there, but whatever that is put out on social media, we have the right to air our own opinion, and that's what I'm just done. Okay, so guys, thank you so very much for always watching my videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, dear friends.